Hello and welcome back to the class of 5G. In previous lectures, we saw some solutions to counter 5G problems. With such constructive solutions on the plate, the fifth generation of wireless communication is the first attempt to bring millimeter waves to mobile communication. It is important to know that it hasn't been defined yet and there is no standard set which can be called 5G, but there is a vision to serve 1 million connections per square meter compared to 4,000 of them by 4G. It focuses largely on low latency and it is aimed to serve diverse network scenarios. Since 5G hasn't been defined yet, there are some misunderstandings about it as well. It is better to clear them out. First misunderstanding: it is 100 times faster than 4G. No, it isn't. It simply isn't. The misunderstanding has been caused by two reasons. First, the people who underestimate 4G due to misleading LTE offerings. But that's not even the major issue. Most of these believers are confused between latency and download speed. Yes, 5G is aimed to be much faster in terms of latency, but the 100 times better download speed hype is just a sales gimmick. 4G had peak download speeds up to 1 Gbps, while 5G standard hasn't even been set yet, so it is too early to claim any such thing. Second misunderstanding is that beamforming will be the mainstream network provision and you will probably have a couple of mobile towers in your hall as well. Not happening. 5G has diverse set of users, for which it has different plans. Average user gets slightly better than 4G frequencies, while industrial IoT users can get critical latency with high bandwidth, which may demand beamforming infrastructure. But that's conditional, not applicable everywhere. Next up, many people think that since 5G hasn't been defined by now, science is just getting slower. That's not true either. There are just not enough trials, theories, and results to define 5G yet. Customers are mostly satisfied with 4G since it comfortably meets their daily usage requirements, and countries are also skeptical about opening up millimeter waves. On top of that, ITU would also take care of facts like markets should be trending by the time 5G arrives, and there should be sufficient funding with major players to explore it out. A quite popular opinion is more automation means less jobs. Yes, there will be less labor jobs, but on the other hand, development jobs, white-collar corporate jobs, and businesses can grow significantly, so jobs won't reduce. They will simply shift for betterment, so it is logical to embrace the change. Lastly, I won't even elaborate that 5 GHz Wi-Fi is not 5G. They are completely unrelated. So in terms of 5G, this is John. John doesn't know the difference between network latency and speed. He thinks all applications need similar infrastructure. They don't. John doesn't get business perspective of technology, and that's why gets afraid of changes. Don't be like John, because you know nothing. John's know.